Yo, what's up? You're listening to the Instant Grits podcast. I'm your host, Devin, CEO of Determined Athletes, and I'm determined to inspire. All in one breath. Why are you laughing at that?
Cause that was funny, man. You was in the race with yourself.
I
To
know.
Get that
I was
out.
trying to say, I was trying to see how fast I can go.
Air talk.
I'm good though. But
All right.
hey, everybody, it's good to be back. We ain't been here in a minute. We've been super duper busy,
Crazy busy, man.
but also super
Long
duper
summer.
trying to get balance, trying to get a little rest here and there.
Yeah, it's
But,
difficult.
But today's a good day. Ask me why, Pat.
Why? Is
I'm
today
glad
good
you
day?
asked, Pat.
You didn't let me finish. Some things never change. Go ahead, man.
It's a good day because you're in here, man.
Oh, okay, great.
Big Tree.
Yeah.
What else we got? We got Big Tree, Groot, Timothy, Timmy, Big Tree, Fall Hard, Timbo Patron. He doesn't drink. We know that.
Never.
Patrick, Sir Patrickless. He doesn't like that Patrickless.
Don't y'all get tired of hearing this runoff?
Mr.
Greek
No
names and
Dice.
stuff?
Mr. No Dice.
Yeah,
That's a
you
good
can
one.
call me that one. That one I'll take. I'll
good.
take that.
You can take
Just like now you've adopted P. Bev, I'll take Mr. No Dice.
You're taking all these though.
No, I'm not. I'm not taking no damn Groot.
Groot's the man, baby Groot.
Whatever.
Wait a minute, have you seen the movies real quick?
I've seen in game and he always get mangled or something. He the one that died, didn't he?
He's the one that sacrificed everything. He's in the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I gotta ask my.
Groot was a real one, man.
Okay.
Groot's a compliment. He was
Okay.
he
Cool.
protected them. He
Cool.
sacrificed,
Right.
and he could fight.
Okay. That's fine.
That's a compliment.
Got you.
Lopez isn't here. Lopez is now like the principal of another school right now. So
Yeah,
Lopez,
Moving up.
yeah, he got back from his vacation. He did good. He moving on up. I wish we could play the theme. Can you push the keys? Do you know moving on up?
I don't
Moving
know
on
that one.
up. No.
Let me push.
Titties. Okay, I guess that will do for now. But yeah, shout out to Lopez. We'll be back in here with him shortly because there's a lot of stuff that we need to discuss that I think all three of us should be in here for.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. So shout out to Mustafa Face. I think he shaved it. So if he does, I'm gonna be really upset because I told him to grow it out. So if he shaved it, I'm taking that as a direct disrespect right to me.
If he shaved his face, what if his wife told him to shave?
Listen,
It don't matter.
you have a responsibility when
Oh,
you're part of this
okay.
Instant Grits podcast.
I got you. All right.
He doesn't have a role. Do
He
your
does.
job.
He does. He have a very important role.
Okay, he needs to do his job.
Okay.
His job is to sit in this chair.
All right, Lo. You heard him. I can't wait to hear this come back.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Shout outs for the
Yeah, all right, yeah.
yeah. So shout out real quick. Let's shout out the women's U.S. team.
Yeah, U.S. women's soccer team.
I
Great
wa-
win. Woohoo!
I watched
They just
all
got
those
back
games.
too. I just got a text on my phone. They just got back to the States. So
Okay. Yeah.
shout out to them.
They did you watch any of the games or not? I watched
I
all of
watched
them.
part of one.
They killed.
Yeah, they were crushing.
Those girls were tough. And they never got
Sheesh.
tired. They were
Nope.
stronger, faster, and more skilled than everybody. So shout out to them.
Yep.
No shout out to the men. We lost ill.
Yeah,
We lost
that
in the
was
Gold
terrible.
Cup.
That was terrible.
What's the Gold Cup? Did they find a cup and just paint it? Like
I don't know.
We
but
lost to
apparently
Mexico.
Yeah, I mean,
that's corny.
Well, Mexicans don't get tired, and that's not a knock on.
We
them,
got the
but
best
we got
technology in the
tired.
world, but we don't have the best skill.
Yeah,
apparently.
that's true. That's true.
So we gotta do something, man. I don't know what we gotta do. Maybe they gotta become determined athletes. Maybe we gotta train them.
We might have to train.
Maybe,
them. Soccer guys normally have pretty good stamina or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they just were better.
Yeah, and I really think that's just what it came down to. They were
They
just
say
better and better prepared. So.
Need to pump more money into the game. They say they're doing that.
Yeah,
more for the
that's
girls.
true. Well, they need to. That's one of the things I know they were talking about is the equality and how they disperse the money, and the women's soccer players needed to get paid a little more. Which I mean I agree. It's that one shouldn't. I mean none of it should matter because of gender, but that more specifically, they're winning.
Yeah,
and
They
their
know.
facilities aren't as up to date and whatever as the men. So everything needs to be a little bit more balanced.
What's the young girl's name that's playing tennis? Coco Golf, is that her name?
Yeah, Coco Gauff. She is
Shout out to her.
crushing.
She lost
is
today,
crushing.
but what was
She
funny,
did lose.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, but what's funny is today when I woke up, I said, "Let me turn the TV on." I said, "Let me see who's playing tennis." And I saw Serena playing. I'm like, "Ooh, Serena!"
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Well, let me see who's playing tennis on the other station." I said, "Ill, man. All right, next." You know what I mean? like it was just so quick, and I was like,
Yeah, 'cause it's not as exciting.
nobody cares.
Tennis and soccer are
Girls,
yeah,
women are killing it.
yeah, they
Pay
crushing
these
it,
girls.
man. Crushing it.
Pay these girls
I agree.
because they hold down that
And
sport.
not just in endorsements either.
No, like
know.
flat out contracts.
Yeah,
Pay
I
them.
agree.
Shout out to Kevin Beeford, his No Stopping Care
Big
podcast.
Kev.
Yeah.
Listen, that podcast is pretty good. I think it's really cool what he's doing with his dad, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It is. I like the content. It's awesome. I listen to it probably like every day. Like Saturday mornings is my day where I'm kind of free, where I got a few minutes to myself. So I listen to it. Shout out to Devin Burks too. Her podcast is super duper tough. I think I might be on it in a.
Oh wow, okay. I didn't get an invite to either one
No,
of you
Patton. You
guys.
don't
It's
want to
okay.
come. You don't want to.
Oh,
This might
I
be a
know.
trap.
Oh, okay. Well then you go in there by
Devin, I'm
yourself.
calling
bro.
you out. This
Yeah.
is a trap because you guys gonna be talking about girl stuff,
Oh hell no, no.
and you
that's
bringing in
okay.
the
I'm
male
all right.
perspective. This like
Yeah, I'm all right. I'd rather stay here because I get a little controversial with that. So
for my
all right.
basketball people. This is a trap at half court.
Yeah,
Okay?
indeed.
I
No,
see
this
it.
is that. This is a trap in the corners
This is see,
of half court.
and I see it coming.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they say nah, it's not a trap. They
They
trying to trick
forcing
me.
you right to that, right to that hot
They
spot.
I'm gonna be triple team. The two people and
Uh-huh.
the out of bounds line.
Yes, sir.
See, I don't know, Devin. I might
Don't
have
do
to
it.
renege this invitation. You my youngin, but I don't
All
fall
right,
for trap.
Dad.
I'm a
Yeah,
point guard.
there you go.
Okay, I saw this coming a mile
Gotta
away.
run up the middle of the floor.
Yeah, no traps
Yeah.
here. Shout out to my man Mike McGuire real quick. He's the one that did all the video production work for
Yeah,
Boots of Bravery.
he was awesome, man.
Yo, shout out to Jay Rich too, because Jay Rich is our main guy. He
Mhm.
put us on with Mike. Now Mike
Jay
is helping us
Rich.
out, so it's like I said, it's one team. This is that whole interconnection of people that we want to talk about.
Absolutely.
Jay Rich couldn't do it. He put us on with another young man, Mike. Mike was on point, knocked it out. So like I said, let's just all help each other and build communities. There's enough money, there's enough space, and enough projects out here for all of us
True
to
indeed.
get stuff done. And last shout out, I'm gonna give a shout out to Tim.
Mhm.
I think his name's Tim Patton.
I think that's the name.
Yeah. Why? Why am I gonna give you a?
I have no idea.
I'm glad
bro.
you asked because.
I didn't.
Well, listen. Let me give you a compliment.
Okay,
Sheesh.
go ahead.
Do you not want a compliment?
Take
a
I'm
compliment.
gunshot. I gotta
Stop.
be gunshot. I don't know if you gonna compliment me or I gotta be on guard.
I would just like for you to stop talking.
Okay, that's nice, but I won't.
Stop.
Nah.
Let me give you the compliment
Go ahead.
because I know what was it last week when we couldn't get into the gym. I said, all right, because we had a good workout. We worked out in the gym,
Mm-hmm.
and then you went home. And
Yeah.
I said, all right, bro, this is gonna be the most important workout
Yeah.
because I knew you was home. You was kind of busy. You might not have
Mhm.
felt like it, but you
Mhm.
got it done.
I did, man. A lot of sweat and
I don't even remember the workout,
trying
but
to
then.
work out. Yeah.
The next day, you was home again, and I said, "Oh, you gotta do something."
Did it again, man.
And this is new for you.
It is
But-
very new.
No, not that. Not working out. You work out all the time. What's new for you is actually being accountable, sending me video and and picture of you
See,
actually
I
doing.
knew it was coming.
I'm
I
doing
knew
the
it
work.
was
This is the
coming.
first
That's
time you ever
why.
done that.
That's why. Because I didn't want to hear your mouth, man. Patton, how I know you doing it? Here go the video before you even ask me anything. You know what I mean? So,
Well, shout out. That's good.
yeah, thanks, bro.
What's the reason for this podcast? Everybody wants to be successful without putting in the work, and we have a unique perspective as educators, basketball coaches, businessmen, trainers, all that jazz, musicians, all that. That we see how a lack of mental toughness and accountability is hurting our kids, it's crushing our kids, hurting our community, and it's hurting our sport. The lack of accountability and mental toughness is crippling the self-awareness and personal development of this generation. It's getting bad.
True indeed.
So the sooner people can become responsible and realize everything starts with self. Everything starts with self. You have a question and you're praying to God, look to the answers within yourself because God's within you too.
True indeed.
Everything is within you.
Yep.
So that's why we're talking about this. That's why we're doing this. And we talk about some basketball stuff too. Accountability challenge of the week is 50 squats a day.
Jesus.
That's easy.
All right.
Because I'm injured. I have a strained calf.
I'm gonna trick this knee in the
Oh,
bender
wait a
for
minute.
me.
No, you don't do that. I'll do it. Like I said, everybody, we're kind of nicked up. Shout out to all the other trainers and
Yeah.
basketball coaches that are all nicked up
Yeah, man.
that still make moves. Because my
Yeah.
left calf is pretty much almost on Kevin Durant's.
Listen, all the years of wear and tear and all this knee stuff is starting to kind of catch up. I ain't quite old, but it's starting to catch up a little bit. So
this is gonna be a good month for us.
yeah.
So I'll do the squats. I have a shoulders doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Calf is effed up. I'm gonna do 50 squats a day. Simple.
Okay.
Excuse me. I burped. That's the first time I burped on
air.
On the air. Burping on air. That's a lot of air.
Horrible.
And what are you gonna do?
All right. If you're doing 50 squats,
A nice simple movement joint. Something nice and simple.
nice and simple.
Just to make sure we're doing a little bit.
I can do maybe not a full squat. I probably can do some stuff with the hex bar maybe. So that way I don't have to go all the way down, but I still kind of get that.
You got a hex bar at your house?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I still get that resistance. I won't put any weights on it just so, I don't strain anything. But I'll do the 50 hex bar. I'll break them up 25.
Can you sit down in a chair and stand up and do a hex bar overhead press for like?
Oh God.
Do an A ramp. What is it? As many as possible. What's it called? A ramp, AM ramp. Somebody correct me on that. But it's
as many reps as possible.
Yeah. Do that 3
Yeah,
times.
I can do that. That's cool.
That's a safe joint.
All right.
Okay. So that's the accountability challenge of the week. If you guys want to join, like I said, everybody's scared. I always said if somebody does it with me, I'll give them $100 straight out.
Listen, well, I can do that. I can manage that.
I'm not giving you no money.
I know. I just said I can manage it. I wasn't really worried about the $100.
That's why your mind is messed up because you focus on
I said I wasn't
financials.
worried about it. I wasn't worried about the $100. I just said I could do it. So how's my mind messed up?
Because you want money.
I don't.
You need to attract money. Okay, that's the goal for this year. We need to attract it. We're not chasing. We attract.
Yeah, I'm just chasing my twin. That's all.
Okay, boom, and we can say that.
Yeah.
Chase your twin. That's
Yeah.
fine. I respect that, Pat.
My guy.
Going into that. What is up with this NBA stuff though? Because
Listen,
I
man.
don't even know if I want to watch next year. I'm excited.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. It's been too much. I'm overwhelmed, bro.
Listen, I wasn't really sure what to expect out of free agency this time around. I knew
it's been like 8 hours since free agency started, Pat.
No.
This moves quick.
But the whole thing after, once the finals and everything were done, and once the draft stuff was kind of clear. I mean, it was some slight movement on draft night, not enough to really get you to anticipate the moves that we've seen.
Yeah.
But once the draft was over and, everybody knew Zion was going number 1 and, John Morant 2 and all of that. I mean, it's really kind of up in the air as to what people were going to do. But then you kept hearing the grumblings about, Durant and Kyrie teaming up and where are they going to go? Are they going to go to the Knicks? Are they going to go to Brooklyn? And then I really started watching I guess a couple of days when they were talking about pushing it back to the 30th at 6:00, so it wouldn't be any tampering involved.
Yeah.
But at 6:01, we knew where everybody was
going.
Hold
on, what did you think about the draft?
Man,
it was okay.
It was okay. I think
think
with the exception of Zion and John Morant, that's why I mentioned those two.
Has he played Summer League yet, Morant?
I think I haven't seen him yet. I know he was supposed to play against Zion, but Zion is done now.
And they killing RJ. You know that, right? They're saying what is he doing?
See, and I said, and one of my teammates from college, we were talking about this just earlier. I said initially, I didn't think RJ was ready to come out. I think another year would have.
You said that about Cam.
No, I said that about RJ Barrett.
No,
and Cam Reddish. I said it about both of them.
No,
I said it about both of them. I said I don't think RJ is really ready.
No.
Yes, I did.
Mm-mm.
Yes, I did.
Mm-mm.
Well, if I didn't say it on the podcast, I know I said it in basketball, whatever, in basketball circles that I talk in. But
because I remember we said about Cam Reddish, we didn't think he's actually looking okay. He's looking pretty smooth.
He's looking okay, and it's because of his skill set. Like if you can shoot, there's a place for you in the NBA. Now, how whether you're gonna reach superstar status, that's another thing. But if you can shoot the ball, then consistently, there's a spot for you in the NBA somehow. I think
RJ's only played what? 2 games.
He's played 2 games, but see, here's the problem with that. Because of and this goes back into, I know we're gonna get into free agency, but because of now what the Knicks weren't able to do in free agency is even more pressure on him to produce. And are you kidding me?
No.
It's more pressure on him to produce because he's outside of him, who do you have? I mean, you got Kevin Knox, who's decent, but there's no pressure on him. They brought in Julius Randle. It ain't no pressure on Julius Randle.
But they both kind of, between those two boys, I think they can cover up RJ if he's not doing that well.
See, the problem is RJ is going to be on both ends though. They ain't going to be able to cover him up on the defensive end necessarily. No, they're not going to be able to cover that up. If he can close that gap and get good at, they don't really have a rim protector that I know of. So, he's going to have to get real good at cutting off angles really quick within a month or 2.
Well, he got work to do. What's the boy's name that got drafted out of the point guard out of North Carolina? Kobe White.
Kobe White. I'm
not going to lie.
He reminds me of Mike Conley, a right-handed Mike Conley.
I'm seeing some stuff he's doing with the basketball.
Yeah, I think he'll be
okay.
New
way that people are handling the ball now.
Yeah, I think Kobe White. I think he'll be okay.
And
I think he'll
I
be
think this
okay.
might be a testament. What do you think about, bro? I'm liking the summer league. These rosters. I turn the game
Summer
on,
league
and
looks
these
pretty
boys
good.
look like they are competing.
Yeah, they
It
playing
looks
hard.
faster than college ball.
It does.
These
It does.
and I'm enjoying watching these guys play,
This,
man.
these.
This
I
might be
mean,
the best summer league I've
I've
seen.
always watched the summer league, but what it seems like to me this year, these guys are actually really playing for spots,
And
and
they're good.
right. And I think in some of their cases, it is a real good chance that some of them can make the team. I know the Sixers signed. Um, oh man, my guy, he has a weird name. They just signed him to a contract, and he's been balling out in the
Summer league.
summer league. Yeah, I got.
Y'all drafted them or not?
I don't know if we drafted him. I
Mhm.
know we signed him a couple days ago, and I'm trying to.
You can look. All I'm saying is this
I'm
summer
trying to
league.
remember his name.
I'm looking at these rosters, and there's some 4-star, 5-star recruits that were in high school. There's some guys off of
Yeah. Oh yeah.
some stars from some really good teams, overseas players. I'm like, yo,
Mhm.
and it just made me think like, it's so many good
I mean,
players
but the
out
game,
here, bro.
Yeah, and the game is so much more international now. Like
man.
it's the way it's growing. It's
'Cause
unbelievable.
I'm looking at it, I'm like, this could be a good NBA game when I'm
Sure.
watching. I'm like, none of these boys are in the league.
Yep.
It's not like a handful. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say.
I know exactly what you're trying to say.
Though this summer league, guys, if y'all trying to make the NBA and y'all really trying, y'all gotta work.
That's something. Yeah.
Okay?
Listen, don't even start.
These
Don't-
boys aren't even in the
don't
league, and I'm looking. I'm like,
even
yo,
start.
I remember when this guy was in a 5-star McDonald's All American,
Exactly.
and he's fighting.
Exactly. Fighting for a spot.
What's my man's name? I think not Terrence Newman. I want to say that, but Young Ball played at Kansas. I said, whoa, he's not even in the joint. And I saw another guy from Kansas from DC.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
He's
about.
like 28 now, 6'10", 235. I'm like,
Fighting for Omari Spellman, who played at Villanova.
he's still fighting.
He's fighting for a spot. He's on Atlanta's.
And we got
team.
people just walking around here thinking I'm gonna go D League, go to the NBA.
No,
Y'all lost your
not,
minds.
No, it's not that easy.
Your little
It's not that
disrespectful
easy
minds.
By far, it's not that easy.
And I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying just work and see where you end up.
Yeah.
If you give it 110%, something positive will happen, I'm sure.
Shake Milton, that's it.
Shake
Milton, yeah, that's the guy that they signed.
Taco look okay too. He's not moving around as badly as I thought.
He's not. Taco gonna need some more work though, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is working with him, so that's
Finally,
that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, finally somebody reached back to the big fella,
but I thought he was gonna be like a little cumbersome. He doesn't look quite.
Yeah, he's not lumbering as much as he was at UCF, but
so
that NBA game is. I mean, summer league is one speed. That real thing, that's a whole nother level too. So even somebody like him, who's 7'6", who can block every shot and doesn't even have to jump to dunk, he still has to work, and he still looks.
He don't got
slow.
Guaranteed minutes.
Yeah,
You're 7'6".
I mean, come on, man.
You're a freak, and you're built for rim protection, and you still might not make
a lot of work involved, man. But
I kind of want to just stay on that topic. I might let's leave the topic because I'm just getting really pissed off.
Yeah, we can get we can definitely come back to that in terms of what the younger guys and the guys that we train in the next level guys what they need to be doing.
The words.
If you talk to older players, rest in peace to Lou Lloyd too, Philly legend who passed away this week. But if you talk to a lot of the older guys, it's the first thing they say is the work ethic. It's not where, because everything is so easy now. You got social media, people putting videos together, and they see you in the they see you in the gym shooting, some jump shots. A couple of them are going in and whatever, and everybody think that's work. But it takes hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of that work, of running to build your stamina up, of getting stronger, of eating the right things. I mean, and that's
like
just
you
the
said, these
tip
boys
of the
don't
iceberg.
get tired. I remember you told me when you was playing, get some pros in some summer leagues and stuff.
Man, listen,
they going up and down. These summer league boys are going.
Listen,
they are flying.
I learned really quickly. My first real experience in playing against professionals and seeing the actual speed. I was out in Detroit with Ron. Okay. Ron Perry, my man Ron. We were out in Detroit and Willie Green, who I believe he's just got hired as an assistant coach for the Phoenix Suns. But he's been coaching with the Warriors for the past couple of years on the championship teams and all that. But when he was playing for the Sixers, he had his camp out in Detroit. And so after camp, we would play pickup. and all of the guys from Detroit would come.
Yeah,
So you
I
had
love
Jimmy
Detroit.
King
Oh,
in
yeah.
there, and Jalen Rose stopped by, and Derek Coleman peeked through, and and a lot of overseas guys. The speed, like it was like score, track me, score, track me, score. I'm like, God, my man is already at half court, and I just finished my follow through off of a jump hook. Like that's how fast. And I'm like, whoa, okay. I mean, I adapted back then. I was, I
Shout out to
keep
the
up a
young
little
ball
bit.
pic you put up on Facebook.
Yeah,
You look
yeah,
like
yeah,
you was
yeah.
part
In
of
them days, yeah.
112. 112 or next. Real slow, make it hard for me.
Okay.
Wasn't that it?
I look like an R&B singer.
You
Huh?
did.
Sixers just lost the Summer League to the Thunder, 84-81.
Yo, what's up with him? He's out. Westbrook is gone. Westbrook's out of there.
Now you want to start it with Westbrook?
He's gone.
Okay.
Is that
so
grimy? Because he
here's my
stayed
thing.
with them. Because
Is it grimy on OKC's part? I won't even say Sam Press. Oh, my fault. I do think it's grimy, but it's also the business of basketball. I think nowadays the way it goes, and I don't. This is why I don't really blame Kawhi Leonard for the way he handled the situation. But the way it goes now, and going back to Russ, is you kind of have to protect your own brand. Like, with the franchise moving from Seattle to Oklahoma City, which is a smaller market, losing 2 MVP caliber players within, a span of 3 years. Even with them gaining Paul George, Russ was the one even responsible for, bringing Paul George in, but he's the one that actually stayed. And so do I think that they could have probably treated him a little better? Yes.
Did they really disrespect him, though?
I'm not going to say they disrespected him because, again, that's the business of basketball.
But wasn't Kawhi Leonard the one that initiated this whole thing? People talking to him behind doors. He would talk to his.
That's
Kevin
one
Durant,
piece
Trent
of
like,
it.
nah.
That's one piece of it.
He
but
talked to Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy was like, nah. Then he said, all right, let me talk to my boy.
Yeah, that's a piece of it. That's ultimately what got Paul George to the Clippers. But
that's gonna be a nasty
there's been, oh my God, we're getting into that. But there have been some back and forth between ownership and Russ. Like it was a couple things that were designers, and reports are coming out now, and I think some more stuff is going to drop. But I guess the feeling was, okay, yeah, Russ, you stuck with the franchise. You're our guy moving forward. But behind the scenes, they were looking for suitors for his contract, because his contract is heavy, man. It's going to take them a while to try to unload that in multiple pieces, and then you're going to have to, any type of trade with them is going to be asset heavy, for another team, and so that kind of limits the teams.
Well,
that they'll be able to trade him to.
Send him to Denver. Not Denver.
Detroit,
yeah.
People talk about Detroit. I think he would fit in.
Him and Blake.
Pretty good at him and Blake, and then Andre Drummond.
Yeah, get that shot. See what happens.
That may not be too bad. Yeah, I mean, I'm but Russ is he's an attacker. I got a lot of respect for his game. I just think it's, for some reason, it may be a little bit difficult to play with him.
Apparently so.
Yeah,
that's what everybody say now. But
yeah.
What do you think about this though? Because I actually heard it this morning. I saw it in a meme. Kawhi Leonard doing what he did if LeBron James did that. LeBron James gets a lot of slack for some of the moves that he makes for rosters. And they're saying if LeBron James does this, the same thing that Kawhi Leonard did.
Well, I think
Kawhi Leonard's a brilliant person behind the scenes making moves, celebrating that. But LeBron does the same thing, and then he gets slighted for it.
But it's all right. Now for I've been a LeBron fan for forever until he spurned Philadelphia. And then, I didn't become a LeBron hater. I just wasn't as favorable.
Yeah, I was all happy, excited.
No, but it's fine. But
LeBron's coming to Philly.
I think the difference here is, again, Kawhi is very quiet, very subtle with it. It's not over the top. It's not in social media. It's not, he's not openly courting people. And he's only talking about making one roster move.
Shout out to Space Jam.
Yeah, shout out to Space Jam too, whatever. But he's only talking about making one roster move. Listen, I just need one other guy with me. That's it. LeBron constructs like whole teams. Like he's like the GM on the floor. Like there's never been a player / GM in NBA
You
history.
don't
I
like
don't think.
how if he did it more quietly, would you think it'll be a
It's not
less
even
on the
more. It's
social?
not even more quietly. I just think that and this is one of the things I think in the end, unfortunately, is may hurt his legacy because I mean everybody, for years superstars have had input into who management goes after and how they construct the team and this and that. But there has to be a line drawn in how much power that you actually have to control the team. Like you shouldn't spend most of your time worrying about that. If you have a guy, management comes to you about, who should we go after. You shouldn't be trying to reconstruct the whole entire roster by yourself and trying to get coaches fired and doing this and doing that. And we need to bring this guy. If that's the case, then retire and become a GM.
Is
and you can run your own
is that
team.
his fault or is that management being
And
too weak?
I'm right, and I'm not going to say that it's all his fault.
Catering to him, putting him in this
Right.
position to say, well,
Right.
if you ask
And
me,
you know what? Hey, that might be that there's some truth to that too.
well, listen to this Lakers roster. Okay,
Mhm.
like I said, somebody sent this to me, and I'm gonna try my best. I'm just gonna keep it real.
Okay.
Here's what it
Yeah.
says. It says Rajon Rondo, old. Okay, Danny Green, goofy. I don't even know what that means.
I mean,
Still shoot.
Yeah.
And he plays pretty good defense,
He
right?
plays decent. He's not as good as defender as he used to be, but he still plays pretty good defense.
All right, Rajon Rondo, old.
Mhm.
Danny Green, goofy.
Mhm.
LeBron James, old as F. Okay.
Wow.
Anthony Davis, fragile. They say he's fragile. JaVale McGee says retard. Okay.
Okay.
DeMarcus Cousins, damaged goods. Kyle
Mhm.
Kuzma says decent.
Mhm. Mhm.
And they got trash cans right here. They say Jared Dudley, Kentavious Caldwell Pope, Quinn Cook, trash.
Okay. Well, I mean, all right.
This is their 10 so far.
Here's the thing. I mean, to now trash by a fan standard.
This is a meme. This isn't me, by the way. This isn't me or
No, I
Patton.
got you. I know that's not you.
It's just a meme. Somebody sent.
Trash by a fan standard is one thing. You have to have some skill level to play in the NBA. That's one thing. But in terms of on paper what it looks like, it I don't think personally, and I know, all on ESPN and FS1, I've been watching Skip and Shannon and First Take and Jalen and Jacoby and everybody's, the Vegas odds have like the Lakers with the most favorable odds to win the title next year. I don't even know if that's fair to say, especially at this point, because all of those guys got to play together. Some of that list that you just read, some of it is truthful. Like DeMarcus Cousins, we don't know if he can handle a full season because he only played limited minutes in the playoffs.
You gonna start?
Who knows? That's what I'm saying.
Who's in your starting five?
For
this Lakers squad, is he in there? I mean, what depth is behind? What depth is behind him?
I don't. And like I
Hold
said,
on. Shout out to Patton again for these mic levels, because when I get all animated, I'll be like, oh, and I'll come back.
You gotta get in there. You gotta get in there.
But who's your starting five from that? I want to hear it right now. Go.
My starting five: Kuzma.
Man, Patrick, go by the position. Point guard.
Okay, fine. I'll go by point guard.
On order. You never want to stay in order.
Okay.
All right.
I'll go with this top lineup, which is Rondo, Danny Green, LeBron, Anthony Davis, and JaVale McGee.
Bring JaVale off the bench.
I don't think okay, you gonna start DeMarcus and play him limited minutes?
I mean, I'm just saying it just to say it because I think he's more skilled than JaVale.
I mean, he is. But again,
and he can stretch the floor.
2 years, he's only played what?
So he might. First of all, he might be fresh.
12 games.
He might cut back on some of his weight a little bit, and let's say he can stretch the floor. So maybe he might start to move out there, get some high lows with AD. He can shoot the three. AD can shoot the three too, though.
Here's my only issue, and this is
if you can't take that load.
This is why you kind of gotta wait to see it, and it's easy to say, okay, AD and LeBron on paper it looks good, but LeBron is ball dominant, and when LeBron has the ball, the offense does not move. Okay. So DeMarcus being able to shoot threes is that he's not just going to stand there, spot up, and wait for the ball, do one dribble move, and pull up for a three. That's not his game.
But he older now. He got to change it up.
he has to change it, but that's still not his game. He's not getting that off. He's not getting that off, and so now that makes LeBron have to be a slash and kick guy, which I mean, that's something that
Who you
he
gonna
can
kick it
do.
to? Who gonna hit?
I mean, Kuzma hit. Kyle Kuzma can hit.
Kick.
Contavious Caldwell-Pope, if he gets hot,
I always thought he had a decent shot. He
yeah,
looked good.
yeah, he can hit. I mean, and AD plays.
Danny Green can hit.
Danny Green can definitely hit, and Anthony Davis plays, mid range pretty good. So
Are they good to go? Or do you think they need to make one or two more moves? Do they have enough room to do that? Who's left? Because I don't even know who's left.
I don't even
right
know.
now.
I mean, I know they had $32 million to work with prior to the whole Kawhi making his decision, and I know they've used some of that up, just filling out the roster. So I'm not really sure.
They don't have enough pieces even for the
They were
trade
talking
deadline.
about right, and they were talking about trying to sign like Korver, but I'm hearing reports that Korver is may re-sign with the Sixers, come back to the Sixers.
Y'all had him? I forgot.
Yeah, he was here first, and the same thing with Iguodala.
Y'all got no shooters. Y'all got bigs, but y'all need some shooters, bro.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is decent, but he's not that much of a shooter. I mean, Tobias can shoot the ball. No, he can. Tobias can shoot the ball. Tobias can shoot the ball.
Where?
What was you watching this past year?
Look, when I saw him shooting, he was not hitting as many as I would have liked, bro.
Man,
and I followed him back in high school because he was being recruited by Maryland.
Okay.
So I followed him in high school, college.
He can shoot.
He's okay.
Shoot the ball. Yeah, he can shoot
but
the ball.
Bro, y'all got nothing but bigs.
That's why I think we're gonna get. I think we may land Kyle Korver. And
y'all gonna play
that's
him?
A good pickup. Yeah, I mean, you play him.
How old is he now?
Kyle's up there. Kyle got to be at least 33.
So who's y'all starting five this year? Philly's starting five, which looks good on
paper.
If y'all can stay
I
healthy.
thought we were talking about free agency.
We're going here because we just talked about shooters and Kyle Korver. Don't worry, we're going back out.
So, all right. As it stands today, Ben,
1,
Josh Richardson.
Okay, 2. Yeah, who's y'all?
Tobias.
Oh, 3. Okay, then 4.
Al Horford. Joel Embiid.
Is that a big slow lineup or is that a defensive?
That's not. Yeah, that's more of a. See, you're talking about the East. So in the East, that's a great lineup.
Yeah, actually, you know what? It's not too bad.
Because I think Elton Brand's thought in it was, okay, the finals for us runs through Milwaukee. And
they re-signed Middleton. That was my guy.
But the key is stopping Giannis.
Sure.
And so we're having Al Horford in there. We're having Joel Embiid play help side defense. That's tough, right? So, I mean, you kind of putting it on everybody else, which is a smart move.
And Ben Simmons is there, 6'10". Like that's a big
exactly.
lineup,
that's a long.
And
Josh Richardson plays excellent defense as well.
How tall is he? What's his height?
6'6". He's about 6'6".
Where'd he go to college?
Tobias is about 6'8".
Where'd he go to college? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Because when I saw the trade, I was like, I can't quite remember his skills.
I remember him in Miami.
How'd he do?
He did pretty good. He was pretty good. I remember at one point him and Justice Winslow were like neck and neck, and then he kind of started edging Justice Winslow out because he, plays such great defense. But
you're saying that starting lineup is going to be 6'10", 6'6", 6'8", 6'10", 7'1"?
Yes, that is their starting lineup.
And that's skill at most of those positions. Did you see the clips of your boy hitting threes consistently?
I did. And I mean, some of that's fool's gold, because anybody can shoot that with nobody out there. But it looked smooth. It was consistent. But he has to do that every day.
Yeah, I saw a study talking about his shooting form and how it's starting to change now. So it really is. It's getting a little bit more fluid.
Y'all
need that.
To me, that's the golden ticket. If Ben Simmons can hit a consistent jump shot, it doesn't even have to be a 3 necessarily. If he can get a consistent 15 to 20 feet.
Let's start with his free throws. Just make your go 70% from the free throw line, please.
But I think with him being able to make that makes his slashing game even more deadly. Because now once you make it, people are going to have to at least respect it. And he's skillful enough that if somebody starts to come out on him, now he can manipulate the defense like crazy. So if he does that, that changes the title landscape to me.
Mm-hmm. And let's just put this out
at least for next season.
Let's put this out. The Westbrook is not going to friggin' Houston.
Anybody that thinks Russell Westbrook is going to go to Houston,
what are y'all thinking?
To do
what? What?
Annoy people? But see, you talking about Westbrook going to Houston and keeping Chris Paul and James Harden. That's definitely not.
That would be the worst big three of all time.
That's not happening. No.
What
And
about the
I
Heat?
don't even think they disrespect Russ that much to even do that.
What about the Heat? Jimmy Butler. I don't think that's gonna work
The
either
Heat-
because Jimmy Butler's not gonna be just camping out.
See, and the
Watching
reason
you
that
do dumb
Jimmy,
stuff.
I mean, shout out to Jimmy. He did well for us. I just wish he would have been a little bit more tidal vision instead of tunnel vision. But yeah, I mean, he wanted to be the centerpiece, and okay, I don't blame him for that. Miami is a much,
But that's
nicer
what they've
city or
always said
whatever.
about him too, overconfident.
Yeah, I mean that's the knock on him, but
Really good, but not as good as he quite thinks.
and
right?
that's the thing. At this point in his career, he's played, he's played about 8 or 9 years in the league, and at some point, you make decent money. You made your money. He was going to get a max deal this year anyway. Miami is not winning the top. They may make the playoffs. They're not coming out the East, and they won't for the next couple years.
Oh, wait a minute.
As the other teams get better.
Do they have Whiteside there? No more.
Whiteside is in Portland now.
And they got Nurkic that's coming back.
Nurkic is coming back.
And he was
Nurkic was. If Nurkic would have been there for this playoffs, it wouldn't have been that easy for Golden State to do what they did.
So you tell me right now, they got that Nurkic ball. They got the young dude that played.
They got rid of Mo Harkless though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. No. Well, Mo Harkless is tough.
Okay.
He was a go guy. Okay.
No, he was. No. I'm not gonna slight him like that. Like I followed him in high school and college. Yeah, he was nice. But I'm saying they got that young dude they played, Zach something, who got minutes because Nurkic was out. So he got experience.
Yeah.
He's about 6'11". Now you got Nurkic. Yep. Now you got Whiteside. Now they're gonna probably trade Whiteside at the trade deadline, probably, right?
They may, but for a team that needs a big, but
that's not a bad squad.
That's not.
That's some size and depth.
Really not.
Got the second best backcourt or the first best backcourt now in the league. Clay's not playing with Steph.
Could be. It really could be.
Who got a better backcourt?
Out of what? Out of all of the
NBA,
new movements and everything?
Out of the NBA and the new movements.
Oh, man. That's tough.
Nope. You can't say Kyrie and whoever. You can't even say Kemba and whoever.
I'm not saying
John
Kyrie.
Wall ain't playing with Bill.
Well, wait a minute. Who would it be? Kemba and what? Marcus Smart?
Marcus Smart? Yeah. See? No. That's the best backcourt in the NBA right now.
Is who?
Who did we just say? Who did I just say? I'm having a brain fart. Oh, Portland.
CJ and Dame.
Yeah.
Possibly. I mean, you can't discount as old as Chris Paul is. You can't discount Houston.
But they married. They old married couple. They arguing. They getting mad at each other.
Okay, but again, when they get on the floor, it's
who you got?
Go time.
If they played.
That's a good one.
Everybody healthy. I still think they don't have enough.
Portland's moves now. If you're talking about Nurkic coming back, Portland definitely has the edge.
Houston
Nurkic he's just smart. I mean, Capella is a great athlete. He finishes at the rim and all of that. But
he got his money because I don't know if he quite deserved that much. But he was so hot right now.
Yeah. I mean, and they needed to keep him. They needed to keep him.
And he's older.
Yeah. They didn't. I mean, he's for rebounding and being able to give Harden that outlet when the defense collapses. I mean, he works for James Harden. So
the West.
I didn't see him.
Who's your top 4 seeds in the West? Because after Kawhi Leonard got.
This is why I'm so excited to watch. This is why I'm so excited. And see, to me,
oh my gosh.
To me, the Clippers won this whole free agency. I mean, for the first week, we thought that Brooklyn just pulled the coup.
The wings.
Pull the coup and getting Kevin Durant and
Kyrie. Hold on, let me say it one more time. Hold on.
The wings.
The wings.
To me,
those wings is crazy. Look at the wing. And then you called me out. Remember, you said Patrick Beverly is still.
Patch P. Bev.
Who's gonna score? Who's gonna score?
Listen.
P. Bev.
That's you got.
And go ahead.
You got the oh my goodness. So it's Patrick Beverly,
straps,
Kawhi, Paul George,
the Claw, and Paul George. What's Paul George's nickname?
Montrezl Harrell, who is tough.
Oh my gosh,
he's tough. And I mean the kid Zubac.
But what's that? Hold on, that's 6'3", 6'8", 6'9", 6'8". Those are just athletes out there, bro.
Yeah. And then you're bringing Lou Williams off the bench. They still got Mo Harkless.
Oh, they got Mo Harkless now?
Yes, in that trade. That's what I mean. But listen, the Clippers to me won free agency. They were out of the news the most. They stayed the most quiet, but they pretty much kept their team intact and added 2 alpha dogs.
Shout out to Jerry West.
Jerry, what the logo? He did it again. He did it again, man.
Again.
You know, and you know, I don't. The Lakers, of course, they didn't lose. I mean, I think.
But AD is. People forget AD shoots like the highest percentage.
AD is nasty,
and he's really good.
They have to. I mean, they have to find a way to keep them healthy. I think it'll be easier playing with somebody like LeBron.
Is he a top 5 player in the league?
Not now. Not anymore. I think at one point he was.
Who?
I think at one point he was. You talking about AD?
Yeah.
At one point he was.
No, Patrick, no.
Yes.
No,
at one point he was. Yeah.
Patrick, no. Don't say that.
At one point, Anthony Davis was a top 5 player in the league.
You saying was.
Not now, bro.
Pick 5 people better right now. Go.
Kevin Durant.
Okay. 1.
LeBron James. Stephen Curry. Kawhi
Leonard. Curry?
Kawhi Leonard. Listen, we're not going.
Stephen,
I know Steph gets knocked. I know Steph gets knocked a lot.
He's a top 5 player in the league?
Yeah.
Okay, let me hear yours. Go
ahead. And if he's not, you substitute him with Giannis.
I hear you. So go ahead. So you said Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard,
Stephen Curry, Kawhi
Giannis.
Leonard.
I'll say Giannis.
Stephen Curry and Giannis. That's the 5 right there.
You can say Stephen Curry, Giannis. You can say Giannis, James Harden.
Yeah, I don't really care about the order. I'm just.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just talking about out of 5.
Damn.
I think AD is right outside of that 5.
But Paul George isn't in the top 5.
Paul George. Oh, and listen, Paul George had a breakout year last year.
Oh, let's not get it twisted. That's my guy.
He was balling. He was.
I'm gonna tell you that story. Remember, I told you when he was getting drafted. They said there's some dude that's about 6'9"
from Fresno
dominating these one-on-one drills against everybody, and that's when I was like, well, who is it? And they said Paul George. I was like, all right. Yeah. This dude's gonna be something. They said it's some 6'9" guy that is killing everybody in the NBA one-on-one drills for the NBA, pre-draft workouts and stuff like that. And he was that guy. So you take him over AD?
No, I'm saying just outside of that top 5 is AD, Kyrie, Paul George.
Both of them looking at you right now. They say pick me up. Which one you picking up?
Out of who?
AD
and Paul George.
PG-13. Is this number 13? I just made that up. But regardless, who you picking? You gonna disrespect AD? No. The most efficient scorer in the NBA right now. He shoots like 12 shots a game, makes like 10.
I wouldn't. Paul George is my closer, and he plays both ends.
You know what? I'm just hating. You know what? I'm taking AD. I am mad at the Clippers.
Take PG, man.
I'm just mad.
Why are you mad at the Clippers?
I'm hurt.
That was okay. So listen,
because they're too good. I'm just sitting here smirking right now because I'm just like, when you say the team, you just smirk because you're just like, gosh, they're going to.
Listen,
that's all you
the
can
West
do is
is
laugh.
tough. So I mean, back to your original question, the top 4 teams in the West. It's not as easy to pick them now because the other team that nobody's really talking about is Utah
or the Denver Nuggets.
Denver is kind of like there. They're kind of there.
They got a nasty backcourt.
And I mean they're
young.
Yeah, people aren't discounting Denver, but nobody's talking about Utah. Utah picked up Mike Conley. They got rid of Derek Favors. They got a lot of other little pieces. I got to look at their roster again, but they got a lot of pieces. I mean, of course, they got Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert coming back, and
I forgot about
Rudy.
Jeez.
They'll be a sleeper, and they'll be a playoff team for sure this year.
Is that the team the big center's on or no?
Who?
The big white guy.
Who you talking about? Boban?
Nope.
Who?
Oh man, I can't remember his name.
No, are you talking about Denver, the Joker?
Yeah, I'm talking about him.
That's Denver. Yeah.
See, I'm scared of Denver because of him. I finally got to watch him play, and he gets his buckets.
Not Jokic. Yeah, Jokic. Jokic. Yeah, Jokic is. Yeah, he's
and when
tough.
you have Jamal Murray back there with the other young ball,
they tough. They are tough, and they still got Paul Millsap, so they're tough. That's what I'm saying. But people aren't like discounting Denver at all. So if you go top 4 today and on paper, Clippers.
Oh man.
Lakers.
Ooh.
Nuggets.
Come on, say it. Whoa! Don't you disrespect? Don't you do it? Don't you? You know exactly. You better put them in there right now.
I don't know who you're going to say. I have no idea who you're going to say.
You know who I'm going to say. You know me. You're supposed to be one of my better friends.
I'm
going to turn this mic off if you don't say.
I mean, that's fine. You do what you got to do. But
Patrick, hurry up.
It's not as easy.
Hurry up. Say the names.
Portland.
Thank you.
But again,
Take this
I
mic
know what you wanted to say, but
that's gonna be body shots on pop.
see, listen, Porzingis is coming back, playing with Luka. I'm excited to watch the NBA this year because one thing that Kawhi Leonard did do, he pretty much killed the whole Big Three super team era in the NBA, which I love. Now it's all about duos. It's all about duos because if you go through each team, now it's duos. Luka and Porzingis.
He brought it back.
Kawhi and Paul George, LeBron and AD, Dame and CJ.
That's not a bad thing. Now look at all the
Kyrie and Durant.
And who you just said, Luka and
Porzingis.
Porzingis now?
That's tough.
That creates a little bit more balance, though, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so it's difficult to even.
Now we got some games.
That 4, 5, 6 spot in the West is going to be. And Golden State, I mean, you still can't count out Golden State. Even though they just, they took a tumble, but.
So I'm going to apologize.
Can't count them dudes out.
Because I thought the West was watered down now from all the movement. The West is loaded.
The West is tougher.
It's worse.
The West is tougher.
By worse, I mean tougher.
And the East is still.
They'll be sneaky next year.
Right, but
that's when Kevin Durant
outside of
everything changes when Kevin Durant.
When Kevin Durant comes back, the East will change, but you'll have the Bucks, the Sixers. Then when he comes back, you'll have the Nets. I'm interested to see how Kemba works with Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, and them dudes because now they don't have Al Horford.
That's a problem.
Back there, so they're
they traded away some other guy too.
Marcus Morris went to the Spurs,
and the other big white guy center. I just can't remember his name. I heard he left too. One of their backup guys.
Well, they re-signed
who?
Aaron Baines.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's who I was thinking about.
Yeah, they re-signed Aaron Baines.
Not enough though. They'll make the playoffs with that squad.
That's what I'm saying. They'll make the playoffs, but
hold up.
Is in the East is between the Bucks, the Sixers.
Overrated Jason Tatum and the other young ball?
They haven't done enough to be overrated, I don't think.
Overrated.
They haven't done enough to be overrated.
Jaylen Brown's not overrated, bro.
I don't think so.
But people were talking about them being all-stars by this time. For real. That's why they held on to him. They could have made him and made trades and used him as moving parts, but
honestly,
after his first year in that playoff run, he made
Right. I think had Kyrie not come back and
Kyrie or Ben Gordon.
Who? Oh, you mean Gordon Hayward?
Yeah, Ben Gordon was UConn. Shout out.
I don't think Gordon Hayward had as much of an effect of their games kind of being them kind of losing some steam than Kyrie, because Kyrie, again, you're talking about another player who dominates the ball, and when both of those guys were out the year prior to last, they had more opportunities to create like dribble penetration and handle the ball and do some different things. And that's when you kind of saw the maturation in their games. But, you bring back Kyrie and now it's, they're playing off the ball.
But they did good with Kyrie there.
They did pretty okay. They did pretty okay. And that's what I'm saying. I'm interested to see what they do with a guard like Kemba, who's never played with another. I'm no slight to anybody he played with in Charlotte, but he's never played with another caliber of player that's even like a second tier.
Okay, so I was about to say, they're not all-star.
Player. No.
Him is the only all-star on that team.
Yeah, hands down. But, I mean, Gordon Hayward was at one point, but, unfortunately the injury or whatever. Yeah, so, I mean, it's a lot. That's what I mean. I'm excited to see what's actually going to happen, but the East is everybody pretty much has it between the Bucks and the Sixers. Coming out of the East, if you're gonna be honest. Toronto, they'll still be formidable, but without Kawhi, I don't see them. I don't see them coming out of the East. So it's between the Bucks and the Sixers. The Sixers legitimately this year have a great shot of going to the finals. The West is going to be tough, man. The West is going to be tough, and you can't even 1 to 8 is going to be a dogfight all year. All year.
1 to 8.
Yeah. It's going to be a dogfight all year because you don't really have too many slouch teams. Like Minnesota's probably going to be, they may unfortunately be one of the teams on the outside looking in. Sacramento maybe.
You said those first 8.
OKC, because we don't know what's
You know what they're
what's going
doing.
to happen.
We know what's happening with them.
Yeah.
They blowing their whole joint up.
Yeah, so they're in a rebuilding.
They just got rid of Gerard Grant.
Jeremy Grant?
Yeah, they just for a first round pick. He's going someplace else now. I saw them popped up on my feed.
Yeah, they
don't
blowing
care.
the whole thing up. Yeah, I mean, and that's I guess every franchise you get to a point where you got to do
Well,
that.
I pissed them off. That's what happened.
Well,
I pissed them off.
You know what, Kawhi? Again, I don't blame
Kawhi.
I don't blame Kawhi.
Get you, man.
I don't blame Kawhi.
You know what? F it. Screw this whole system.
I don't blame I don't blame Kawhi at all. That
He
was
blew
their
whole team up.
Move.
Tim.
That was a smart move.
He blew the team up. Single-handedly blow that whole team up.
He didn't blow the team.
Yes, he did. He snatched Paul George.
He might have snatched the soul from the team, but he didn't blow him up, though.
Yes, he did. Look what's going on. Implosions everywhere.
Yeah,
that's true. Westbrook.
No, that's true.
They got
picks. And the Lakers, I know the Lakers fans were like really upset too, but I'm like, you got AD and LeBron. Like, are you kidding me? Y'all be fine.
Greedy.
Yeah, and that to me that would have made the NBA again. I wouldn't have wanted to watch it if all three of them were on the same team.
Not gonna lie, though.
It's not.
I did want him to pick up another guard. I wanted them to pick up Kemba, or even
the Lakers,
even Russell. Yeah, I did. I wanted Kemba over there because I was gonna. Oh man.
But see, any guard of that caliber would have a tough time again because LeBron is so ball dominant.
But Kyrie did.
It would be tough.
Put on a baby Kyrie, Kemba.
Kyrie did it, and he also demanded a trade the very next year.
Yeah, but this one was small, so you know what I mean. I think they can all shut up and ball this year to get.
Maybe
it's a 2-year window here.
Maybe
3-year, 4-year thing's gone. No, this is 2 years.
Yeah, because it's too many teams it's too many teams that are just good.
They're getting crazy now with these moves.
Oh my goodness.
I never seen that many moves in 14
hours. This was probably the
14.
best free agent summer I've seen ever.
There's no loyalty to contracts.
I mean, well, the NBA has never been. The NBA hasn't been like that. I think that was just a culture maybe in the 80s and the 90s, and a slim part of the 2000s. But now it's all about I mean, now that you've opened the gates for more money, is more branding opportunities for not just teams and franchises, but players. So, now players are like, listen, I've already made my money, and the Supermax is contingent upon me, making an all-star team or, going far into the playoffs. And I want the best opportunity to, yeah.
So what's the next topic we got to
do now? But see, the NBA has that guaranteed money. And then once the contract is over, there's no franchise tag. You can't franchise tag anybody and then force them to it's like once the contract is up, I'm unrestricted. I can pretty much I can do what I want. So
next topic, ask me.
Okay, what is the next topic?
I'm glad you asked me, Patton, because the next topic next topic is probably going to be what's the best duos. It's not the big three. We got to go to the West. Top 4 duos. Because the West is so stacked, we might just have to say the top 4 for East and West. Or do you want? We got to take one off. Let's just debate to see what's the top 4.
I mean, the East is pretty easy.
Can't do it now because we out of time.
No, we out of time.
The East is easy.
Yeah, Ben and Joel and Giannis and Malcolm Brogdon left.
Oh no, where'd he go?
He went to Indiana with Victor Oladipo.
Oh man, you know how I feel about Malcolm Brogdon. That was my main.
I know that was your guy. He's out of there. Man. So
Middleton and
Giannis.
Victor Oladipo. Who's on Indiana real quick?
Indiana's pretty sneaky. They still got Miles Turner.
Okay.
They got the Sabonis kid, Arvydas Sabonis' son, Domantas Sabonis.
And Victor Oladipo's coming back.
Victor Oladipo's coming back.
So he's at the 2. You got your 1 with Brogdon.
That's not
too bad. Who's that coach?
Not too bad. I think it's still Nate McMillan.
Okay.
Defensive coach. So
Okay, so they want to watch out for, but
yeah,
we might have to talk about these duos next. Really go in, get them on paper, and
I mean, but this free agency is kind of is done a good thing, which is level the NBA playing for, and I'm really excited for next season, and I want to see. It's going to be the NBA will be must see TV.
It will be
hands down. You won't get it won't be Dallas playing somebody like a Phoenix, and you don't want to watch, or you got more opportunities to watch better games. And that Christmas Day, LA Clippers, LA Lakers game, my goodness,
that's gonna be crazy.
What?
That's gonna be super crazy
because they both play in the same building.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Woo! Oh man, I don't know. That might be a Christmas present to myself.
Hey, get
Some
some.
to go out there.
Yeah. Whoa! You said go out.
Yeah,
If you
go to the game, man.
Patton, do it.
Listen,
Do it and invite me,
listen.
please.
Listen,
I need to do that.
we can roll out there. You know.
Oh my God,
and
Patrick,
come
I
on
never
back.
thought about
That'd be a crazy game. Listen, I did. soon as that move was made, I said, "Oh, that's going to be the Christmas Day game." I already know.
How much are
And
those
it's going to
tickets
be on at
cost?
8:00. Oh my God.
I gotta save now.
Oh my God. It'll probably be. I mean, for a decent seat in the building, you're looking at least $150.
That's not too bad. I thought you were gonna say something really ridiculous.
And I mean, when I say decent, I don't mean like first level. I mean like
I don't care.
second level.
We can go there. Go there Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Spend the day chilling.
That's cool.
Chill Christmas
And then-
Day.
and
Watch
then
this
go
joint.
to the game, man.
Go to bro. Patrick, please.
That is going to be a game.
Okay. So shout out to Patrick and that idea, because now that's all I'm gonna be thinking about. If I need him to do that, so I can go.
And we need to, and or maybe
I'm a
on the
grown
next
man,
one, we'll predict the other Christmas Day games, the other 3.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Real quick shout out to my man Dante. He's making big time
Dante.
moves. I'm keeping him quiet,
Okay.
but ever since he already had it in him. We already knew that because he's been one of my favorite people for years.
Mm-hmm.
But Dante Harris, he likes to lay low, but I'm gonna give him the shout out because he's making some big time company moves right now. Reading, grinding, studying.
Okay.
And he said it's all because of that Boots of Bravery conference. Just woke him up and
Wow.
said he's got no time to waste, and we don't.
Yeah,
So
that's
shout out
true.
to him.
That's true.
Want to give him that
Big
shout out.
Don, way to go, bro.
Yeah, man. Kudos to you. And also shout out to my person, April Gregory. She's been helping me with my brand and build my website up. DAinspire.com. DAinspires.com is about to launch, and that's going to be a crazy site when it comes to information, buying products, and all that. So, like I said, everybody's moving forward, man.
Yeah, man.
These next 6 months are going to be better than our last 6 months.
Absolutely.
And I'm really excited about it. So, shout out to those people. And like you said, refer a friend. If you don't like this podcast, that's fine, but somebody else may. They might get something from it. We know we talk about basketball, but we talk about some serious topics too. Like we have some nice, powerful discussions actually coming up.
Yes.
Because we're getting back on track. We took some time off to rest, recuperate, because there's no rest days for us.
Yeah, none
We're
at
in the
all.
gym almost every
at all.
day. We've been training for about 10 months. We teach all day. It never stops. So we needed that time to recuperate.
Yeah.
But we back now.
Yeah, man. We back
So-
in the saddle.
So like I said, refer a friend. Please continue to leave us 5-star reviews. That helps spread the word. And we back on track, guys. So everybody stay tuned. We got some more episodes coming out. Patrick, any last words or not?
Believe bigger, faster, guys.
Believe bigger,
We'll
faster.
see you soon.
Yeah, make moves, move markets, guys. Have a blessed day and stay tuned. We got some more stuff coming out. God bless.
All right. Peace.